Everyone. Well, here we are. Hey!
Hey!
Happy Town Hall, Compass World, Compass Family. Should we call ourselves the Camly? Compass Family? And I want to call us the Cramly because that sounds like we're doing something else. The
like cramming for a test, like that?
Or cramming something somewhere. So Camly, Family, Compass Family.
Camly is good.
Camly. Hey, Camly. How you doing?
Hey, Moni, look at what I'm using. It is my coaster right here.
We're on our desks.
We're on our desks.
So, hey.
In case you were wondering.
Okay, hold them up. So, hold up. Zoom in so people can see it. Hold it up there. Look what Moni made for Sadie and me. She made 4 of those. And
she sent them to us. And we
me
put
and
it,
Sadie and Jen and Brandon. We gave one to Jen and Brandon. We were supposed to, right, Moni?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I want to make sure I followed the instructions. I
got one too. Look, we're not that special. Okay, look, Anna has one too.
They're really cool. Hold on a second. They're super cool. Moni, unlike you, unmute yourself. They're super cool. They got this little ring, and she put the little logo on a piece of paper. And is this like what is this?
Well, in our mentors meeting, Sadie challenged me, and you did because you guys were laughing at me because I painted my house on my last time off. So I decided I was in San Diego, and you we have molds, and you pour all the chemicals in there, and then you put the logo in the middle, and then put a clear acrylic sealer on the top. And
that's awesome. I did not challenge her to send me gifts, in case you guys were wondering. That was
no,
not
she
a
didn't.
challenge.
Yeah,
I just wanted to show you that I do know how to relax.
Yeah. It's a core outcome for Sadie and me whenever we do mentoring that we get stuff.
No, it was that Moni. You had to be there. It's all her pieces put together. She loves to work, and work is something that brings her a lot of passion in life and love, which we all, of course, all appreciate. But to have balance is also a very important part of life. Making sure that you have something left to give, and so finding things that give back to you is an important part of the process. So she found a hobby and did it. And,
I don't know if it's going to be a hobby, but I at least tried it.
She did something fun once, and here's the proof.
So.
Oh, Alicia, I see your baby. So cute.
Oh, wait, where's she? Oh
right
my gosh.
Oh, he's like, I don't think those people are very interesting. It's okay. We get more interesting. You'll get to like us better and better.
She's definitely looking down at that keyboard and stuff. What can I slam my hand into? Did I say she? I meant he. Hulk smash!
He's still not entertained. Okay, we're moving on.
But
Fever, yes.
He can't be entertained. He's
speaking
absorbed.
Of babies,
he's consumed by mommy love right now.
Yeah.
We're all just white noise in the background.
So speaking of babies, though. Our baby graduated last night, and we decided it would be super fun as part of our little thing here to share. We're going to share 2 pictures, and they're not flattering at all.
Right.
Soul's baby graduated too. Our babies were together. She actually sent me some pictures today of our babies together, but these are just of my family. There we all are. So we have a thing we call a Hess hug. And so we are Hess hugging her. And you can see it works really well in our family because everyone has crazy long arms. And so the Hess hug, like you can go around like all of us at once. And so I can't. You can see I only make it to Eric. But notice everyone else can make it to like the other side of the family. So so that is our oldest daughter, Trinity, graduating.
That's her with the eyes closed, with her hands going, what is all this happening to me right now? But here's another one. Hold on, see if I can make it work. Sorry, I'm trying to do the live thing because it's cute. You can see my son.
And her daughter.
Yeah, I can see that. The sweet thing about this, though, is that Trinity asked for this picture.
Yeah,
she goes, I want a picture of both of you kissing me on the cheek.
It's kind of a family thing, and so we kissed her on the cheek, and then the other 2 just decided to do another family thing, which is be hams.
Exactly. So it's a trip. I mean,
Who else has someone that graduated and can join us in this trip conversation? I know Soul does. Anyone else have either an 8th grader? Allie has someone, has an 8th grader, has a high schooler, has a person that in college that graduated.
Kindergarten.
Kindergarten. Yes, as a best.
Yeah, the graduations that aren't graduations.
Oh man, I have a really cute picture of Rye with they did a paper hat on it. Oh, so cute. Another thing, Elena graduated from 8th grade and her best friend graduated with her, and they also graduated from kindergarten together. So we actually did a redo of their picture where it's that we tried to.
There's a picture of them when they were 5 and the boy's when he's 5. So at 14 in the picture, he pretended to go to try to mimic the facial expression. It was really adorable. But it's just such a surreal thing. I mean, and all of you who are already postgraduates understand this. And I've heard this before, but you never really know how true it is until you're there. It is the epitome of a bittersweet thing. So when I'm with Trinity and every time she sees me, she's going to hear and experience nothing but my joy and my celebration. But I get behind my closed door, I'm like, because I heard some.
Well, tell them what you said last night. That was instead of just you had a really great phrase last night, or was it this morning where you're like, when they finally get everything figured out.
Yeah, it's amazing. This isn't fair. They finally know how to be amazing, and then they leave you and go be amazing somewhere else, and don't even give you credit for helping them be amazing. They just go, look at me, world, I'm amazing. And you're like, bye, be amazing somewhere else. I'd rather experience your amazingness here, but no. And, it's just not fair. You spit, so Alicia, since you had the baby visual moment, I'm going to preach at you for a second. It is truly the most unselfish thing you do, which is be a good parent. Now, you can be a parent and be selfish. You're just a bad parent. But if you're a good parent, it will truly be unselfish because you will pour your sweat energy, your time, your money. You'll do the uncomfortable things. You'll
get up at 5 a.m. to go pick them up from sober grad,
and then try to be charming at 10 a.m. You'll discipline them when they've been bad. You'll stretch your finances to help them fulfill their dream of being a concert pianist that they give up a year later. You'll do all this stuff, and then they leave, and they don't even really thank you.
You can hardly get their attention for a picture. It was ridiculous last night. I was like, stop being with your friends, come be with us for 2 minutes. Right. But anyway, so I'm not bitter.
I'm not bitter at all. So when she says, I want to picture the two of you kissing me on each cheek, it's like that is, they say it costs $250,000 to raise a child from 0 to 18 in America these days. That is the dividend, and that 250 is that one moment in requested public kiss. Oh, she wants us to kiss us in front of her friends. Yes, ROI.
Yes, $250,000 well spent.
Return as for all you business-minded folks, that's your ROI right there. I've told grandchildren come around, and then you get to do whatever you want and screw them up, and the parents have to fix it. So that's kind of cool. But
that's coming.
I'm not there yet. So
all right, enough on us waxing eloquently.
It's graduation season. It's wedding season.
So congratulations to all those of you who have graduates, and we do feel all your feels. We had a whole week of feeling feels with our daughter graduating from 8th grade from our Christian school, which was her last year there, and it would have been all her years there. So that was kind of emotional. And then our senior graduating last night, and me turning 49 in the middle of all that. So it's been a very an emotional week.
Yeah. Next year, our son graduates high school, and then she turns 50 like a day later. Yeah. So it'll be a
so next year, although he says his graduation is just a pit stop, is what he called it.
He's at a charter school, so he's already taking classes at college. So he called it. This isn't like a end of a game where you won it. This is like a checkpoint where you're just doing another lap. Progress saved.
That's our son for you. He wants us all to have kazoos in our mouth when he graduates, and we all have to blow a kazoo.
So, you know how you go to graduations, people have air horns, maybe you see some vuvuzelas, or they're all chapping. It's a smaller school, so there'll probably be 25 graduates and 100 people in a room. He wants us all to stand up at the same time and sing him a kazoo song.
It's going to be another moment
It'll
of
be epic.
parental
Exactly.
sacrifice for me because that,
Oh,
that
no.
is not my style at all. But
Yeah,
I'll do it. I'll do it.
This is parental payoff for me. This is it. It's all worth it. I get to really ham it up for my son's sake. So
Okay.
all right.
Enough on us.
And
Moving on.
I don't know if any of you had weddings to celebrate, but congratulations if you did.
Heading
It's
into
wedding
that season too. Yeah. So many. It's just a big season, and we all get to be back together again and in person, and so I think we're all extra celebratory. So, hope you enjoy this season of celebration for all the good accomplishments. We will now ask Cody to unmic, and we get to talk to Cody. Are you here with us, Cody?
Yes, I am.
There he is.
All right. Hi. How are you, Cody? Can you tell everyone where you live? Because you're it looks like you're at home. So what part of the states do you live in?
I live in Ukiah, California.
Ukiah. Awesome. I love your shirt, by the way. That is awesome. So colorful.
What is that?
It looks like, is it a dragon?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is
Awesome.
a dragon.
Is that like something you like, dragons?
No.
No, you just like a colorful shirt that says, "Hi, I'm here. I'm Cody and I'm here."
Or was that the only shirt that was clean in the laundry right now? Which one is it?
Kind of.
Yeah, I respect that. I
totally respect that. All right, Cody. So it's not dragons, but what are some of your hobbies? What are some of the things you like to do?
So I read and I basically draw on the computer, like I drew that picture for you guys, and I watch movies, and that's my hobbies basically.
Awesome. You watch movies. What's a good movie you've seen recently?
I have no idea.
What kind of movies do you like? Do you like comedies, sci-fi?
Comedies and action.
Action. Do you like the Avengers movies?
Yeah.
What did you see? Multiverse of Madness yet?
And I'm waiting till that comes out on video, and then I'm gonna own it to watch it.
Okay,
very
nice.
good.
Very good.
It's a little scary. There's some jump scares in it. I wouldn't actually know because it's too scary for me, but that's what I understand.
There's some dark demons and stuff like that. They kind of tried to make it a little horror movie-ish, but my 14-year-old daughter saw it and she was fine. So.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna say it because I don't like
my 49-year-old wife doesn't like it. She's not fine.
All right.
So you like movies?
So you like movies?
What kind of books do you like to read, Cody?
Fantasy.
Like what? Can you give us an example of one you really like?
R.A. Salvatore with the Dread series.
Mm-hmm.
The Legend of Dread series.
The Legend of what?
Dread.
Okay, I haven't heard of that one. I've heard of Salvatore.
Eric really likes you like fantasy fiction. What was that?
Some of it.
What was the dragon book that you read that you really liked?
Gosh, I'd have to look it up. It's
Aragon.
Yeah. Did you read that series?
Yes, I read the whole of that actually.
Did you know that the author of that book wrote the first one? He was 15 years old.
Yes, and also he followed in the same footsteps as Amelia Atwater Rhodes as well. So.
Okay.
Wow! Look at him. He could up trivia.
Oh, dude, I'm not even trying to compete with Cody here. I mean, but you know who is considered? Okay, pop quiz, Cody. Who is considered the father of the fantasy genre?
That would be either R.A. Salvatore or if you're talking children, that would be Christopher. No, that would be the people that did The Color of Magic. If that's children's stories, but if it's fantasy, it's R.A. Salvatore.
Well, this maybe we'll be having a debate, but Aaron just typed it out. Most people would say J.R.R. Tolkien in The Lord of the Rings is the kind of the father of the genre.
Yeah.
Do you like his stuff?
Yeah, I like his stuff. I like his stuff actually. He wrote his book because he was in a civil war. He was in a war, so that was how he dealt with his trauma, though, too. So.
Exactly. Yeah. Did you read? Have you read all of it, or just have you read the Silmarillion, all that stuff?
No, I have. No,
Okay.
I just finished the first book.
Cool.
But I have all the movies of it, and I've read The Hobbit, so I'm like, okay.
Cool. Can I tell you a secret if you promise not to laugh at me? When I was in college and I read the entire Lord of the Rings trilogy, it was over, and I realized I had nothing left to read, but I love the characters so much, I cried. I cried like a little girl because I had no more ways to experience Frodo and Bill and Samwise and all those guys.
And you cried at the end of the movie too.
I did cry at the end of the movie. That was 33 too, so don't laugh at me, okay? At least not on camera.
So yes, I jumped out of this conversation. I am not someone who reads fantasy fiction, but I know this guy does.
You read Twilight.
I did read Twilight. I love Twilight. He was in school when I read Twilight, so he was going and get his MBA, and so I just sit and for hours and read Twilight because I could. He wasn't there, and he couldn't make fun of me.
Did you read Twilight?
Oh, I have the last movie because I bought the last movie a long time ago because the cable provider was late. Fun of me for watching it, but I made fun of him for being late. I said, because you're late, so.
Well, that's awesome. Well, cool. So who's with you today, Cody?
That would be Dakota.
Dakota? Hi, Dakota.
Hello.
Hi, Dakota.
Tell us about Dakota, Cody. What do you like about her?
She's really fantastic. She gets me to pay attention to my pain. She doesn't let me overexert myself.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's important.
That's cool. Awesome.
How long have you guys been working together?
Just a couple weeks.
Just a couple weeks.
Whoa, brand new time together.
Okay. Well, are you being nice to her or are you trying to scare her? What is it?
For the most part.
For the most part. So.
Okay. All right. Do you pull pranks on her?
I was warned by Anna not to, so
That's good. You should listen to Anna. She's a smart lady.
Smart chick. All right, and we have matching coasters too. If you didn't see that earlier, me and Anna. Okay, so just because everyone knows I love Compass events, what's your favorite Compass event that you've been to? And you guys out in Ukiah, you guys know how to party. So what Compass event have you enjoyed?
Oh my gosh.
So I mean, I've enjoyed the when I went to the retreat, I enjoyed the retreat as much as I could, but I enjoyed that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what didn't work for you on the retreat? Is there something we can work on to make it better?
The terrain to get to the camp to get to the fire was too to get to the campfire was too steep.
Too steep. Okay, good to know. Okay, we can work on that because we just have to bring in more dirt and make it longer run.
Yeah, so I don't know that. So
yeah, that'd suck if you can't get up to the fire pit. Like no s'mores for. Did they bring you a s'more?
I got out to it, but I was I had a hard time getting down, so I lost control. That's why I'm
you were planning on four-wheeling that day, and they made you four-wheel. That's a bummer.
That's part of being with Compass is you have to enjoy life like that.
You just sometimes have to. You have challenges.
Ooh,
That's
Cody,
awesome.
Cody dropping a wisdom bomb on us.
Yeah, you're right. Sometimes we got to go with the flow, and it's not quite what we want it to be. But you also have to advocate and let us know what's not working so we can fix it. That is really good information. I will pass that on to the powers that be. I don't happen to be the one that would make that a longer run, but I know someone who could. So we'll talk it up.
Very cool. Okay. Well,
and they sanded the beach. You couldn't get to the river.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, that
sucks.
Yeah, there's not a lot we can do about that. That we're in a drought. All you can do is pray for more rain. So, what is some way? I'd love to hear from you, Cody. What is some way that you've kind of something you're really proud of, or some way you've grown as a person in the last year?
Well, I've company, and I actually look at this company as my family because my own situation I've had bad relationships with both my parents, So I look at this experience with Compass as my family, and I've learned to communicate with care providers, make adjustments if I need to, and see how I can actually help other people. But that's just who I am. So
I love it. That's beautiful. And like you say, like a good family, sometimes you got to communicate. Not everything's going to go perfect. Sometimes you got to say what's not working and then trust the other part of the party to like be willing to make adjustments. That's awesome. Well, we are super grateful you are part of our family. It
Absolutely.
has been amazing getting to meet you. I hope we get to see you again and we get to hang out. You guys can talk fiction and all that good stuff.
I only got about 2 minutes of information left. So if all we're doing is talking about fantasy, we're almost done. I'm sorry. But I love your passion for it. Dude, you got an awesome smile.
Yeah. So we're grateful to get to meet you, and thanks for coming on and spending a few minutes with us. Anything you want to end with? Anything you want to ask us, tell us, or tell the group?
Well, technically, when I went with Compass, I actually drew you guys a picture, and so I was like, okay, did they get it? Because I heard that you guys got it, but I never actually knew that you guys got it.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. Okay, I will go.
I was asking Mary here if she knew anything about it, because I'm not sure it got to me. Maybe somebody thought it was so awesome that they stole it and didn't share it with me.
All right, we're gonna track it down, Cody. We will track it down.
Yeah, they said it caused like positive buzz within the office. It was like a Compass, like they said maybe a Compass design. I was like, okay.
Oh, I do remember that, Cody. Okay, I'm gonna go find it. I'm sure it's here. We're gonna find it. I'll make sure Eric sees it, and then we will reach back out and let you know that we saw it, we got it, and then we'll find a good use for it too. Okay. I'm sorry that you didn't hear back from us. That doesn't feel good.
I actually did talk to some people, and they actually said that it would be well as a shirt because it had Compass values that they didn't actually know. So I was like, okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I totally remember that, and that must have come at a busy time, and I must have set it down. Cody, thanks for the reminder. I will look into that. I promise.
It was basically I redrew the Compass tree for you guys. So
yes,
awesome. Oh,
yes,
wow.
I totally remember that.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that. That's cool. Thank you for doing that, and thanks for not being mad that we didn't get back to you.
Yes, but we will.
I know that you guys are busy, so.
Oh yeah, hey, no, but good manners are good manners.
Yes,
man,
we'll have better manners. We promise, Cody. All right, it was good talking to you, sir.
Nice to meet you guys.
Yes,
good meeting you,
and we'll talk again because we are gonna find that picture and we're gonna acknowledge it.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see ya.
See you, buddy.
All right, that was awesome.
It's always hard to go back to like all the normal stuff after you get to know.
I know. Maybe we should save the best for last. But this is also good. We get to move on to another one of our favorite things, which is good news, and from a different region. So, because we have people from all of our regions on, and if this is one of your first times joining us, we have an office as far south as San Jose, as far north as Wairika, and then we have the coast, which we just met someone from Ukiah. That's quite the coast, but it's really close. And then we got some offices in the middle too. So we cover a decent sized region, and our OG region, our very first region, the region that Eric and I still are in, is the far north region. So we are going to hand it over to Josh to tell us some good news from the OG region.
Hello, everybody in the studio and out there in the world. So good to see you and hear your voices. I was shouting out before we started. Red Bluff has a group of people, so I love the community there. But super excited to talk about good news. One of the things that I do once a month for sure, but at least twice a month is my goal, is to just send out a message to all the team. Hey, send me pictures, send me good news, send me, just a quick update on a goal that you and your client are working on together. And so as you see in this picture here, our pictures here, there's a couple of our folks that I want to do a shout out to. The top left picture there with the green hat, that's with Brian. This is actually really, really huge because Brian came to us with severe anxiety. Large groups overwhelm him, and interacting with a lot of people is really, really difficult. And as you can see, they're at a Compass event up in Siskiyou County there. And he's smiling while sitting very, very close to two of our community members there. So huge shout out to Brian, overcoming anxiety and really creating some connection with people. It's been really, really beautiful watching that unfold. Actually, one of the things we did to help build some rapport with him is he needed to feel safe. And so we had made him his own personal ID badge so that he could match his badge with his staff. And last time I saw him, I was like, Brian, where's your badge? He's like, I don't need it. So it was really cool just meeting that goal. If you move just to the right of him, James down in Tehama County there, what you're seeing is him eating a huge chunk of meat there. One of his goals, I know, I'm not going to put multiple pictures because he's not very camera friendly. He doesn't like pictures taken. So the first picture is seriously like, oh my God, I got to sit here and have my picture taken. But his team has been working really diligently at going after goals for him. And he wanted to grill. He wanted to barbecue and he wanted to really just experience something new. And so what he's got there is some giant chicken legs that he grilled and barbecued himself, and he was quite satisfied with them. Just a little bit further to the right, actually, you see the three gals there. Jeannie is also in Tehama County. And when Jeannie came to us, she spent 99.99999% of her time in bed. And what she's been working on is actually setting some goals for distance goals. She's already got this magical power over rain. I was down there doing some home visits and she's like, watch, Josh, I'm going to do a rain dance and make it rain. And I was like, sure, go ahead. So she stood up and started dancing, and sure enough, it started raining. So I could only help but join her. And she's like, stop, Josh, you're going to make it pour and it won't stop. So I stopped. But anyway, her goal, if you've ever been to her apartment complex, I'm totally guessing, but I think it's about 40, 50 yards from her apartment door to the mailbox. And she wanted to walk from her apartment to the mailbox and back. And her team has helped her accomplish that goal.
That's awesome.
That was huge. If you keep going to the right there, that smiley guy, his name is Alan. He was in Chico, came to Reading for a bit, left us and came back. And it's such a beautiful story because we mentioned to the team that we're bringing him back, and within 15 minutes, I had almost a whole month of staffing covered because people were excited that he was coming home. He has a strong affinity for Christmas lights, but it also is a trigger for behaviors. And recently, Krista told me that he was able to get rid of some of those things and partner with staff. So already, just in the short 2 weeks he's back at Compass, he's already having some significant breakthrough with behaviors. So good job, Alan. Love having you in our team here. If you go all the way back up to Siskiyou, you see the two ladies in the matching brown chairs. The little gal on the back left there, her name is Shu Ling. She actually was here in Reading, and she came to us. She just graduating high school, 19 years old, and roaring to be out on her own. Her family and her were very intent on starting services, and the only option that we had was Siskiyou. And so we said, we gave them a choice. We could go with the Siskiyou introduction, or we can stay here in Reading and work on housing. And the family gave her the choice, and she's like, I'll go to Siskiyou. So we invited her to the Siskiyou Bravo Buck a couple weeks ago. And it was like she'd been there 100 years. Everybody flocked to her. She was connecting with them, had a great time there. But the cool thing is Lena and Shuling are now roommates in Weed, California, and they both just got matching reclining chairs. So they're enjoying roommates, loving it. Lena was getting a new one, and Shuling didn't want to be left out. So they are now, they look like a 50-year-old couple there. So it's super fun. If you move to the left, just a little further, we've got Marie Blair. She's actually just transitioned from ILS to SLS. And I learned quite a few words in sign language that I won't repeat. She was definitely having fun at my expense. But I
is that why you got that? Is that why you got arrested last week, Josh? You're trying to mount the wrong guy. Just kidding.
You had to bail me out. I did recently. Apparently, I learned that only someone from the deaf community can give you a shorthand name for signing your name. So usually you spell it out. And anyway, apparently mine is a huge J.
Yeah, you gotta be in the right company with the right look on your face to use that.
You know. So apparently I'm really outgoing, loud, and a firm personality. I'll work on that. For me. But anyway, she finished it with "I love you," and it's actually really cool because what you don't see in the picture is her house is filled wall to wall with belongings, and she's allowed us to come in, and in a couple of hours we were able to eliminate almost four and a half, 5 boxes of things that just needed to be discarded. So just in a short period of time, she's already really making great strides from the support in ILS and stepping into SLS. So that's a little bit in our world here. Love our folks. Lots of good news. I was disappointed I only got 1 slide.
I think you have 2.
I got 2.
It pays to know the person who puts a slideshow together. You know her.
A little secret, it's my wife. And since they were talking about babies earlier, we're expecting our first little girl in October.
I'm excited.
Super excited.
Mary loves it when you come up to her in rubber tummy. That's her favorite.
She didn't know I was going to share that. So anyway, all right. I'm so glad I got 2 slides. I forgot. Anyway, on the left side, it's actually the same picture. Katie is over there in Lake Shastina, and she was just wanting community, wanting opportunities to get out more. And I don't know the full arrangement, but basically Christine and the team, Ashley Beggerly, there's a couple other folks in the home, they connected with Mount Shasta Ski Resort, and she's got a seated ski. I'm kind of thinking like, I need something like that because the last time I saw it wasn't very beautiful. But anyway, that was super cool that they created that opportunity for her. If you move to the top right, that is Fran. She spent the last 2 years just kind of locked in because of COVID. COVID has affected us all very differently. And so what she did to offset that was she converted a room in her house. And you can't see it very well in the picture there, but she has an entirely beautiful art room. So she can just create, design, and make beautiful stuff. So that was super cool hearing that. If you go to the picture just below her, this is Philip. Philip has, I've said in the last 30 seconds as many words as he's probably said in the last 40 years. But he's the sweetest, kindest soul. And Linda Abercrombie has been working with him to just help quality of life. And what he's doing there, he actually went and gave items, gave back to Salvation Army, the stuff, the bus. So it's just, it's cool to see how he has supports and now he's giving back. Team's been working really hard with him. Top right is Kayla and Amanda. Both of those gals, what you can't see too well there is they had a goal for baking cookies. And so they came together and made some cookies. I tried to convince them to put some laxatives in there and give them to people, but they wouldn't do it. I'm just kidding. No laxatives involved. But really, really great seeing those two reconnecting, community, and so forth. The last good news piece there, you see Krista with her client, Jennifer. Jennifer set a goal to not elope, and I believe today is 65 days of partnership where she has it alone. So it's just beautiful seeing how diligently the team's been working on going after goals.
All right, Josh, we keep seeing your shirt, and I want everyone to know that is official Compass wear. You want to tell everyone why you get to wear that shirt, and it's a special edition?
It is a special edition. So one of the things Eric and Sadie model throughout Compass as a whole is generosity. And one of the things that they did for their executive team is they invested in something called EntreLeadership, which is it's like drinking from Niagara Falls, just getting poured into, refreshed, encouraged business ideas, leadership skills. And one of the things that we got to do was actually go to Epcot. I just found out the other day that's Disneyland. You guys can judge me later. But anyway, we got these super cool shirts with our senior leadership team together for that EntreLeadership trip. And so I didn't make my own shirt. I've done that before, but this time it really was a special event shirt from our Eric and Sadie.
Yeah, it was something we've done a few times. We take our executive team. It's a big investment, but super worth it. And we are so proud of our leadership team.
They work so hard.
Yeah,
They'll work 80-hour weeks and not even mention it.
Eric and I were recently looking at a picture of a supervisor group, and it was one of our very first retreats, events with our supervisor group, and everyone is still with us. And in fact, many of them have promoted, except for one person. There's only one person that's left in that entire picture. So
one person that's left us. Everybody else is left here.
Yeah.
No, so only one of them is left.
It's left. The organization
has left the organization.
Yeah. Oh, you thought I said is left.
It sounded like you said is left.
Has left. And Josh is one of the people in those pictures who has promoted.
It was from an event from like 2016.
It was when we went to South Lake Tahoe.
2016. It was when we first came out with Renaissance 1.
Yep.
Actually, no, that wouldn't have been 16.
It was before that.
It would have been 15.
Yeah.
2015. 7 years ago.
All right. So our investments pay off. And so that's why we keep investing, because we have really good people that are worth the investment.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Cool.
Thanks, Josh.
Those are such wonderful stories from Far North. Thanks, Josh, for sharing them.
You're welcome. Thanks to the team. It's all of our field staff and managers, so can't do it without them.
All right. Well, we're going to just spend a few minutes on retreats. We just want to make sure everyone has the latest and the greatest information, because we did just release opportunity to head on to all of our retreats. We have a little bit of feedback, or not feedback like Cody gave us, which was fantastic feedback, but also just some pictures and feedback from individuals who have already gone on this year's retreat. And I want to just give a shout out. We already had quite a few leaders who've headed up there, and I'm just hoping maybe one of you guys want to unmic and tell us a quick story. Our theme has been dreams, and I know some really cool stuff's been happening. So far, Dylan, Amanda, Anna, Dina, and Kavi have been on a retreat. Did I miss anyone that's been on a retreat so far? All right. So
Soul's nodding your head. Do we miss you?
No, she's going later.
Alyssa
and Carla. All right, I did miss a couple.
That's
Sorry.
why she was nodding, because she shares an office with Alyssa.
Yeah.
Thanks, Soul.
So anyway, if any one of those individuals, oh yeah, Alyssa's right there in the picture. Anyway, so if someone would like to,
we should look at our slides a little bit closely.
We should maybe unmic and tell us just a little story or good news or feedback. We'll take any of it. I'm gonna call on you if you don't unmic. Actually, I'll just do that. Dina, are you on the call?
Oh,
she was here.
She was popping off in the chat, so we know she's here.
So what'd you think, Dina?
I had a great time. The weather was really nice. The day that we were to leave, it was a little drizzly, but I think the clients really enjoyed themselves, and it was fun working with a group that I'm not familiar with.
What's a part of it that stood out as special to you?
The campfire and making the s'mores. That was a lot of fun.
Oh, don't mention that to Cody. Don't mention that to Cody.
I know, we got to fix that ramp thing.
Well, you know what?
You know,
when he mentioned that, I kind of, look back on what he's talking about, and he's right. Yeah, that's a little, so I get that. But yeah, because the clients, they would reveal things in words that you didn't expect. It was just so insightful.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, thank you, Tina. Thanks for going up there. Aren't you going twice? Is that what I heard?
That is my plan.
That is awesome. Well, good on you. Thank you for going up there and helping out.
Of course.
Is there someone else that would like to also give a shout out or let us know something? I think the other retreat would have been the one that was Dylan. Hey, Dylan, you guys just got back.
Hey, Pickle Man, let's hear about it.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome, Jeff, that you found s'mores at your. Is Dylan on here?
Linda, raise your hand.
Oh, Linda.
Please, love to hear from you.
Can you hear me?
Yep,
Sure
we can.
Okay, I worked with a special client. He wanted to go swimming yesterday at 6 o'clock in the morning. He spent on Tuesday and Wednesday, he spent 2 hours in the pool, and it was fun teaching him to throw the beanbags. He's blind.
Okay.
And it was fun.
That's awesome.
Wonderful.
So you helped a client who's blind and get out to the pool and go swimming at 6 a.m. Is that what you?
No, he wanted to.
Okay, I was gonna be like, did you actually do that? Did you guys go swimming at 6 a.m.?
He spent several hours the day before in the pool.
Yes. And
Got
I taught him how to throw a beanbag. And
That's
that was
awesome.
new to me.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
wonderful. That's awesome.
All right, and Kira's been putting on there, in case anyone was wondering, we will this year have better diabetic friendly desserts. So there's a lot of sugar-free snacks and desserts, and we also have gluten-free s'mores available this year as well. So
Thanks for pointing that out.
we are being a bit more intentional about making sure
Yes.
everyone's food needs are met, because I happen to be a person that has some unique food needs, and I always feel known and loved when my food needs are met. So I totally get that. Fantastic, Jeff. Jeff's coming with the food, peeps. So if you're on the one that Jeff's going on, and I bet you I know which one you're going on, Jeff, because it's probably the one that's already sold out. Because you guys in RCRC are party animals. All right. So we're going to just really quickly want to point out the registration's open, like we said. We do have payment options, like we said before. So if someone's like, oh, it's too pricey, we will spread those payments out for a long, long time. We want people to be able to go. We want to make things work. And so if someone just really wants to go on a retreat but can't pay it all at once or even in 2 payments, no problem. We have had payment plans that went a very, very long time.
Exactly.
So no worries about that.
And Compass pretty much picks up half the cost. So the cost to people attending is only about half of the per person cost. So we're in this with you guys because we know the value of getting out of our own normal space and getting into a new pretty space and building community. It really does change things. So it's
and getting the opportunity to dream again, which is
yep.
So, and if you happen to be on one of those retreats, there's going to be a recap coming out. Be looking for that on the retreat Facebook. You might see your lovely face and see and have some good memories. All right. These are our retreat captains. Whoa, we can go a little slower than that. I understand we're in a hurry, but we'll just.
Okay, I was thinking we were going to skip the retreat.
Okay, well, I just want to go. We'll go back really quick. So if you wanted to go on any, like you see fun faces here. So these are the ones that have opened up. Adrian's leading one in September. Farah's leading one in September. Then we have Ali that's leading one in September, Michelle that's leading one in September. So a really full month in September. And then we head into October. We have Jen and Courtney leading them in October. And last but not least, Jen Bowman, our very own Jen Bowman, our VP. She's leading the very last one. So those are the retreats still coming up. And if you've been on one and want to go on another one, that is an option that's available now.
You can't go on 2 in the same year. We got a lot of spaces left open in most of the retreats. As you can see, the ILS one for the North State in August and the Redwood Coast one, those are sold out
So good job to those teams,
Absolutely.
getting your group together and having some fun. But you can see there's plenty of other opportunities.
Exactly. It's more important that people go, and if they want to go twice, that's fine. But we do kind of spread it out because we want to give everybody a chance to think it through and make sure they can raise the money that they need. But we definitely don't. If somebody has the opportunity to go twice, we want to let them if we can. So if you're one of those, or if you have a client who's like, I want to go again, take note of the dates and work on it. We can make it happen.
All right, moving on.
Okay. Renaissance 2. Yes, we're still kind of updating y'all about this. We're just going to say a couple of very brief things about Renaissance 2 at this point. First of all, we want to say way to go, Sacramento.
Yeah, options.
Our options team in Sacramento, they are moving into Renaissance 2. More than half of the clients.
No, they're only 3 left.
Only have 3 left. I hadn't got that update. Wow. So they're about almost 90% done. You know, that's the upper 80s, 80% in terms of getting their teams and their clients stabilized in the Renaissance 2 model. That's a big works. That's a big job. A lot of heavy lifting. So well done, Sacramento. Way to go, team down there. And what's coming soon to you is what's already happening in the other 4 regions at Compass, and that is the bonus program for our households, where our staff in the fields and our case facilitators and supervisors get a bonus based on how well they do with a series of metrics. And we just want to remind everybody who's currently doing that we did change those metrics. So pay attention to those conversations with your CF and supervisor, because we eliminated 2 of them. We eliminated the overtime tracking thing because that didn't feel like there was a lot of difference that our field staff could make in that one. So we took that one off your plate. But we also did change the medical alert one. So if you're not sure what the difference is between a med alert and a missed med, definitely want to talk to your leader, because we really need to make sure that people are following protocol for all things medical, and that we don't have unnecessary alerts. But all that being said, we're really glad about it. Options, that's going to put more money in your pocket. This whole thing of Renaissance, Compass is spending, typically about $150,000 a month of payroll more because of Renaissance 2 than we were before. So it definitely is an investment and a commitment of ours, and it's making a big difference.
All right. We don't have time so we'll just skip to question and answer. So the questions that we have, we had some that were just nice comments. Danette wished me happy birthday week, which I appreciate. Aaron came on with a very meaningful question we won't even bother reading.
Oh, you sure it's so profound?
Okay, sure.
He wants to know, why is it called emotional baggage and not a grief case?
Dad joke.
Dad joke.
Dad joke, Aaron.
That's a clinical dad joke. So.
All right, Linda.
Aaron, you can talk to Alicia about that.
And Linda, we got your beautiful card. Thank you so much. Exactly. And we just want to say you are welcome, but of course it was much deserved.
Exactly. In 2021, Linda received the Founders Award, which is an award that Sadie and I specifically select the winner of. It can be anybody at Compass or at Options, and someone that we believe has done something really special that year, not just a one-off, like one day thing, but over the course of that year, you've demonstrated leadership and excellence and all of our values, and really been somebody that we can point to and say, hey, everybody in our Compass and Options world, you see that person? Be like them and you'll be an all-star. And Linda has really been tremendous in that regard. She
gave her whole speech, but
exactly.
She just recently, one of the prizes is a week trip that we pay for, and she was just thanking us for her wonderful vacation.
1 week trip to like South Lake Tahoe in a resort up there, and a little bit of spending money to go have some fun. And it's usually not in the snow season, which is probably a godsend. But she had a wonderful vacation, and we're so glad, Linda, you had a good time. And thanks for the card. It was very sweet.
So Jessica, if you're on the call, you can unmic because we wanted to chat with you. She asked a question about local retreats, cheaper options, which is a great question. I love the heart of it. That's what Bravo Book auctions are. So our Bravo Book auctions are our local event that we pay for, so that clients can come and spend some time together. And they vary from area to area. We go to a fair in the East Bay area. We do barbecues in other areas. We go bowling in other areas. But it's our goal to make sure that we have one fun event that our clients can participate in.
I am here.
Awesome. Hi. How are
Hi.
you? Oh, there you are. Hi. How are you?
Doing well, thank you.
Good. And then you said that you'd like to hear about employee retention, which we can talk about in a minute. Who is your CF that's fantastic?
That would be Kalia Steele. She's brand new. And I did see you on here, so shout out to Kalia. I am just so moved by her and Adrian. I've been with the company. I left for about maybe 6 months, but I came back. So I've been with the company for about 2 years. And, you know, through the whole course, I have never seen a CF be as diligent and hardworking and really, really assisting the client as much as she has. Adrian as well.
Awesome. Well, I think those are the kinds of things that people stick around for us when we have leadership that makes a difference. And we are working hard. Cindy asked us to talk more. We are going to be introducing a senior CF as well as a CF process. That'll be coming in the next 6 months or so. We're really excited about what that'll be able to do for our leadership team to really kind of increase the depth and the breadth of our leadership team and give them some more training and those kinds of things. We hope to continue to invest. Many of you know we're mileage is going up. We're continuing to do things that we can figure out to make sure that everyone can get where they need to get, because we know gas prices are crazy. We know food price, everything's crazy right now. We're doing as much as we can to make sure that we put the money back in your pockets the best way we can. So those are some things we're doing, and I know many of you are doing. That was actually another thing you guys can all do is really go ahead and say the nice things to each other. I'm sure today, Jessica, you did a better job than I could do of honoring your CF. That probably felt really, really good. Did that feel good, Kalia? 2 thumbs up. Absolutely. 2 thumbs way up. So those kinds of things really matter as well. So don't keep the nice things you think about your team, whether it be your fellow staff member or it be your leadership or it be someone that's that you don't even work with, that you just happen to see and they have a really great attitude. Don't keep those things to yourself. Share them.
You know, here's a little tip. It's a relationship tip. Did you know that it takes 7 positive statements to equal the power of 1 negative statement that you make to a person? So if you're talking to your coworker or your leader or someone you're leading, and you want to have that relationship be good, you got to say 7 times the good compared to the bad. So, and some people like them publicly, some people don't like them publicly, but basically most people feel if you say something publicly, it's a little bit more valuable.
Well, I think it's not really about publicly or not publicly, although some people do and don't like that. I think it's more about just making sure it's really genuine. And what Jessica just did there was so it was specific, it was genuine. And so we just actually wanted to give her an opportunity to do that publicly because she did it to us and let us know. And I think those things really make a difference. That's something we all can do as a team and should be doing as a team.
And that's my point, is we need to do a lot more of that. People forget how the voices in our mind tell us we screw up a lot more than they tell us we're doing a good job. And so we need to affirm each other and encourage each other a lot more probably than we do. So good job. Thanks, Jessica, for saying that.
Yeah, thanks for that. And we're going to keep working as hard as we can on retention. And one of the things is we are introducing the senior CF and the CF. I don't have a ton of new information, Cindy, about it, but it is something that We will be giving more information about as we get it. We've been working really hard behind the scenes on it. We met with the supervisor team last month to kind of go over the concept and have them give some feedback on the concept. So we are working on it. It's just a big project. Whenever you're going to add another whole like unit or group of people to your organization or improve your leadership team, it just takes a lot of infrastructure work to make sure it's going to work before you roll it out. So that's what we're working on right now. Teresa, you asked the next training for LG3. I just want to let you know that those happen every month. Sometimes we don't do them in a region like Sark. Other LG3s are trained right now, at least as of like 2 weeks ago when I last heard. So great job. So sometimes the meetings stop for a baby minute. They stop just because we don't have enough to have the training happen. But even then, they're happening in other regions. I just want to encourage everyone, make sure you're finishing all your video series. So the LG training goes like this. We have open, which is LG1 training. Then we have LG2 training, which is, again, the next level of training. And that is a virtual in-person type training. But there are videos as part of that. And then lastly, there's LG3 training, which is in-person with your RM. So those are the 3 different types of training all together. Andy can put the hours in the chat for me, but all together, I know we get up to like 50 plus hours of training based on your position. So we are really investing as much as we can to make our training as good as we can. And we're working right now on improving our in-person client training. So there's going to be more coming out about that throughout the rest of this year, because we're working very hard to make sure that not only is our general training really good, but that when you're with the specific client, when you're with Cody, you know what Cody needs and how Cody needs it done, so that it is very specific to Cody, because we can train all day on transfers, but that's not the same thing as the transfers specifically for Cody. So we're working on both aspects of training. We need to do a really good job at the big training picture, but then we need to do an exceptional job at the individual training for each of those individuals, because every one of us, if it were me, I'm going to need a very different, even though you can learn about nutrition, how it looks on Sadie is different than how nutrition looks on Eric. And so knowing those differences and understanding the differences between how to apply nutrition for Sadie versus nutrition for Eric is what we're currently working on. So you'll hear more about that. We're actually going to have each and every staff and client involved in that process throughout the rest of this year. So that's coming out really, really soon.
Yeah, Eric's nutrition needs a lot more junk food. That's how it should. No,
sadly, it's true.
All right. Hey, and I don't know if you saw in the chat, Dr. Andy shouting out how the LG3s are getting through the video. Good 60 plus score right now. That's awesome. But again, you're welcome.
No, that 60 plus is the hours.
Oh, that's a number of hours, 60 plus hours. Excuse me. I mean, we tracked how many of them have completed the video, so I was assuming he was talking about the number.
Well, I asked him though to put the chat in the chat. How many hours are you? Do you have a training when you're done with your LG3 training? Cool.
And I definitely want to say thanks. Where's that? There is Jeff Gant out there said that the regional center, the Redwood Coast team out there, they're all amazing and encouraging each other. That's awesome. And I think you got a friend there with you, Greg. Is that you, Greg? Is that you? Am I right there? Good to see you. Gabe. Okay. I'm sorry. My eyes are bad from this distance, but it's great to see you, Gabe. Great to see you behind the mask. You do you, buddy. Whatever makes you comfortable. So that's awesome. Okay. Well, we're about out of time.
Yes. So we just want to say happy summer to you all. We do not have a meeting in July, so we'll see you again at the end of the summer. So you see you on the other side of summer. Hopefully y'all stay cool and be cool and keep doing what Jessica did, which is loving on each other. So we'll see you guys later. Take care.
Bye, guys.